Dzień dobry państwu.
To trochę gejowe.
Totalnie. Więc... nie ten język. Again. Good morning people. Today we're gonna play the Stanley Parable.
Trochę gejowe.
First I need to put it so you can see it. Stanley Parable, yeah. Okay, now it's too big and it covers everything. I need to adjust some things. Go down the throat.
Yo! Look at that!
I have no idea what you're showing me, bro. So make it bigger, maybe.
Make it nigga.
Yeah, No, you can. Oh. Okay, need to. No, not this, not this. This one. Yeah, you're going here. Everybody.
Usunąć irytującego Ej, wpisz usunąć irytującego wariata from screen. Proszę, zrób to.
Update to Tipli. Oh. So remove the annoying warrior from screen.
Z ekranu.
I'm still waiting, guys. I'm still waiting for your
Don't
donate.
you know I'm
Wait.
still standing.
What? I have a feeling that I forgot something. Wait, now I'm gonna be watching myself, but oh yeah, I forgot to put the link to donates. Well, that sucks.
And this on chat.
Yeah, what do you think I was gonna do? Oh wait, it might not. Yeah, damn it. Whoops. Not like this. Like this now. Yeah. Yeah, now it works.
Boil water. Oh.
Still water.
Still. That's who know.
Those who know.
Still water.
Those who know.
Still water.
So I'm a Firefox user. I'm in the browser, and they just made an update
The browser.
that the tabs are on the left of the screen than on the top, and
The browser.
it's weird, bro.
The browser.
Not Bowser, browser.
Bowser.
So long, gay Bowser.
Yeah, I love that text.
So if we're going for the English, I mean the guy talking in Stanley Parable is also speaking English, so why not English subtitles? That's
Polski.
No. Ukraińska, ruski. I can't read these three. Portuguese, Deutsch, France, Espanol, Italiano, Polski. English, no subtitles.
Play in Ruski.
No. Me no wanna.
Do you have exclusive version?
I mean deluxe?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, this will be fun.
I'm gonna send the link to server, so maybe people will join. Stanley Parable stream, Stanley Parable stream, please join. And here as well. Let me just.
I play this game.
Stanley Parable stream. Stream, please join. Okay. should be fine. I guess we can wait now a few minutes and then we can start.
Sucks.
Then we can suck. Am I not too big? My avatar? No, not the duck.
Duck.
Duck. Yeah, that should be better. This duck is too big.
The ocean is a fish.
Come on. Okay. Okay, fine.
Hollow Knight. Silk Song.
Homer Simpson.
Hornet Simpson.
Hornet Silk Song? Nah, Homer Simpson.
Yeah. Fake versus Real Sigma.
I think these people don't want to join. Well.
Wait. They don't love you like I love you. Wait.
While you're waiting, I'm gonna check one thing. I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but I'm gonna just check.
And then I saw her face.
I'm a believer.
Why did you play Blockstar Planet?
I wanted to check something. Sek.
Bo nie są z Polski. Exactly. Yes. Dla Mikalo!
Oh. Well, that's pretty interesting. Okay, back to Stanley Parable. Should we start or should we wait? That's a good question. Maybe we can wait a few minutes. I don't know. I don't really know. I mean, I don't know anything more interesting to say, so I guess we can just start and see what happens. English. Yes, confirm. Have you played the Stanley Parable before? No. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. Yeah, surely. Okay.
And then I saw her face.
Barely visible. I'd say like this. Yeah, probably. Please enter the... Why? Why should I? Fine, I'm gonna do it. It's 6:08 p.m. 6:08 p.m. 6:08 p.m. Can I? Oh yeah, p.m. Yeah, it's 8 still. Fine. Here's your time. What do you want, game? No, the accessibility settings can be accessed from the main menu. Okay. Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Phone is calling. Settings, credits, quit to the top. Yes, please. Settings, field of view to the max. Camera sensitivity max. Okay, maybe. Yeah, I mean, I like it.
Play with Max on that.
I enjoy camera sensitivity. Okay, fine.
No, not Max.
Fine.
This one sucks.
Controller vibration. I don't have a controller. Volume 4. VSync. Full screen resolution. Apply resolution. Okay, controls. Simplified controls.
Oh,
What do you mean simplified? How would this work?
the game sucks.
Oh, no space. Okay. So yeah, why shouldn't we begin this crazy game? I don't know how the audio would be.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Well, that's pretty dystopian, if you ask me.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
This is the month when I come in, right? Wait. First of all, I saw an achievement to click on this door 5 times. Maybe not this door. Now we're gonna try every door.
All of his co-workers were, oh please, are you really just doing this for the achievement?
Yes, I
Click a
am.
door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Okay. Here we go. Wait, what was the door again? Not this one. This. Now, are you happy?
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause.
Oh, come on.
Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
Okay. 50 clicks. But it was... How many? Yeah, 40. 40.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Where is the door number 417, huh? Nice flashbang. I have no idea where the door is. For 20, 25. Oh. Surname, access. Okay. Wait for 18. Oh, got it.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
Are you kidding me? Where is the door? Oh, here.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
Are you kidding me? Fine. Everything for the achievement, right? This door.
Now, back to door number 437.
Are you kidding me? Come on. 437.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
Where is the copy machine? Oh. I turned off the computer. Who farted? Oh.
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Are you kidding me? It's gotta be it, bro. You're annoying me. No, not this. This one.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
Sure. Why not? This. I can't jump, bro. Oh.
Game sucks.
You can't jump, no, seriously, we disabled it.
Yes, this is great. You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
Okay, fine. I can do that.
We've almost got it. Now the copy machine, do that one again.
Okay, I can do that.
Finish it off, Stanley. 5 clicks on door 430. Yes! We did it!
Crazy.
Oh, wow. That felt amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking?
Okay, I think we can finally start the game. Because we got 2 achievements. Okay. No.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I see how this is going. I'm going right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
I think I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna stay here, because it's beautiful.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Yeah, really. It's cozy here.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Come on. I wonder what's gonna happen if I stay here.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
I wonder what message. That I should stay in this room? Sure. Nice couch. Nice mugs. Nice vending machine.
Nice, nice.
Nice, nice. Okay, fine, I can go.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Okay. So, I'm totally gonna go this way.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I was just clicking the computer, bro. Huh. Okay, do not lie. If you are lying right now, stop. Okay. Well, the door closed. This is fun. Warning, do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Oh, exactly. It's dark here. I don't know, man. Ow.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Okay. 427.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Hello.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
Nah,
who'd
not
want to
really.
commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
I don't think I want to. But fine.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
No, it's not. Good morning, employee 427. Press B on your keyboard. Fine.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Please press J. Fine.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
Good boy.
Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Okay.
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Press B to watch TV.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he
Where is the
imagined
TV?
that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Please press H to spend time with the boys.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
That's exactly what I did. Please press B to prepare dinner.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Please press Q to tell your kids a story. Fine.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Please press G to tell your wife you love her. Okay.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
It starts turning into an office. Please press G to go to sleep.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself.
Oh, that's
But
great.
he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Please press I to be at work in the morning.
Puppy.
Okay,
I found her.
I'm not gonna do it. And? I don't think anything will happen.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Please press auto question nothing. Okay.
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
Please die.
And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Oh, god damn it. My mother is calling. Okay, I think we got an ending. Probably.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So, what if I go the left door now?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Fine. I can do it.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you, take it out passive-aggressively on other coworkers. Oh, damn it. Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Make sure your slide has a sleek blue graphic in the header, and throw some bevel on the text. Everyone is unique, you most of all. Okay. Synergize core value expenditures, shift global market parade. Monetize, free to play. Ah, crazy. Room closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Okay, fine. I can do it.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Dzieci czy studenci?
Mimo wszystko dzieci. Oh wow, it's very beautiful here. Where's the boss office? Here?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Oh wait, the keypad, oh, the one here. 2845.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by
I can see
sheer
anything.
luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Okay. That's really weird. Let's go down. Then I saw her face. I'm a believer.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Oh wow.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Escape. Yeah, I'm not going there. I'm gonna listen to the guy. Everything he tells me I'm gonna do. See what happens. Beep.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
It reminds me of MicheloYT.
Yeah, it's Portal.
It's in every game. Boop.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Wait, he was for something. Anyways. Boop.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time?
No
Was this the
way.
only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Well, well,
Here
well.
was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Boop. Beep. Okay, what am I supposed to do? Facility power. 5. Okay. System power.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Okay. Bye bye, cruel world. Now what?
Blackness, and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had
What's happening?
defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Okay.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Is that an ending? Beat the game. Oh yeah. Then it's never the end. It's never the end. It's never the end. Okay. Now we need to try doing something other.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So now I'm gonna do exactly the opposite what he says.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Yeah, surely I did. Bye bye.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift. $5,000.
Look,
I can
Stanley,
take it.
I think perhaps we've got... But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Okay. That was quick.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What can I do now?
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was
Okay,
sublime,
this
a
beautiful
work
room
of
right
art.
here.
What was it about this room that called
I
so
see the
deeply
sunlight?
and so
No.
personally to Stanley?
Okay.
Its grace, its subtle, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Well, why not?
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Yeah, I surely did. Later, suckers.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Surely. Surely it is. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, no, it's to
Okay.
the right, my mistake.
Okay, then let me go, please.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Yeah, sure.
Now, let's see. We went down, right, left, down, left, right. Yep. Okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
If you say so.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick,
No, we
Stanley,
will
close
keep
your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, who am I kidding?
Employee
It's all
pirate.
rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Okay. We're back here again.
Jak to powiedz, że wyjebała korki. Chyba, ale to jest mój koszmar, ja już nie raz tak zrobiłem.
Nie rób tak.
W ogóle... Jak oceniasz?
Spoczko. And then we're back. My brother turned off the internet accidentally, and now it should be fine. So, no worries.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So we can go actually left.
When Stanley... Wait.
Oh.
Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change?
I think
Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley.
Crazy.
Let's find the story.
What if we go left again? Wow, it's different. Huh. Oh. Well, this is amazing. Well, see, it's a maze. What the hell? Everyone knows what you did. They're just holding butts to let you torture you.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before.
And I'm
Do we
here
just...
again.
Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Okay, fine. It's my room. Was this lamp always here? I don't know.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yellow box. Ah. And there are no doors. No doors whatsoever.
Okay, yep, it's worse.
Yeah.
I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Okay. 4B3. Was this always here? Well, I can't access it. Let's get... Oh,
Aha! I knew we'd missed something.
That
The
wasn't here.
story. Here it comes.
now this corridor doesn't make any sense, bro.
No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Fine. Okay, this is getting weird.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! Yay. I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off.
Yeah,
so,
proud of myself.
Good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all.
Well, I do.
We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
Yes,
Some
I did.
people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart. All right,
Stanley
I've
Parable
got a
Ultra
solution.
Deluxe.
This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Oh, crazy. Okay, fine, we can do that.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa, 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 whoa.
I'm not a
Hang on.
parkour pro.
That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Fine. Come on, bro.
Wait, cut the music, go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story.
Sure.
Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Sure, bro. Oh.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Oh.
Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Fine. I swear this lamp is having more light, is giving away more light every time I restart. Ah, fine.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right?
No,
why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Oh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
What direction? One direction. Oh, this one. Fine, we can go.
Now, yes, this is exciting.
Like
Just
backroom.
me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
I want to get out of here.
Oh, no, not you again.
Hello.
Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Okay. Hello.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay,
You say so.
I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Okay, let's go. Confusion
Hold
ending.
up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really
it,
how
Ron.
all
After
this
long time,
goes?
Stanley dies.
It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? Whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait, you know. I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination, so I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Okay. Well, that was dumb.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were. Just a matter of time.
The layout's wrong? Or am I tweaking right now? Nah, everything is correct here.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, fine.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a
not
wave
expired.
of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Anything in the broom closet?
Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Well, it is a very nice room, isn't it? Okay, we can go.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Hello.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings,
Yeah, sure did.
desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, This keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845.
2845.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
I don't think we can go here. Yeah, there's nothing here. So, we're going in the elevator. Okay.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
How about no? How about we escape?
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Amazing, yeah.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
For sure.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yeah, I am. Let's go.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Bye-bye, narrator.
Farewell,
Oh,
Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Yeah, that's totally what happened. The Stanley Parable.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
This is the first couple of rooms and hallways. And the two doors. Instead of two doors, the two open doors was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley's Parable design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed. Okay. Button sounds. Selection of the sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of a keyboard stroke and a synthesized tone. Yeah, well, I think we know 5 already. The credits are here. Crazy. Office computers. In cabinets. Corridor. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. This corridor had been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in a good time. Office layout. The blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stalin's office to the two doors was the first path of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development, though the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. Yeah. Nature painting. Nature paintings. Okay, anything more? Anything? The office. Maintenance room. An early version of the maintenance room. Okay. Fun! Yeah. Ultra Deluxe announcements. In December 2018, we announced Ultra Deluxe versions of the Stanley Parable and at the Game Awards. These are screenshots of the videos we made for the announcement and the game's delay. Oh, this is nice. Warzone. Early in development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build that it was too far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpreted this as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. Huh. Okay. The lounge. An early version of the lounge. Huh. Well, it's not so lovely now. The apartment timer. In previous version of the choice leading to the apartment ending, a timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. But picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. Huh. One option, two options, one option, vent. I didn't know there was a vent. Obey, disobey. Staircase, lounge. Maintenance layout. Flow of hallways following the first two doors was important to get right, since players will replay them so many times. We discussed a number of designs, but ultimately it was the simplest version that won out. Confusion ending. Confusion ending. Oh, so these are the different versions, I see. Okay. Meeting room. Anything more? Zending levers. These levers were originally a part of the Zending. The players would pull a lever and the narrator would describe what color they had pulled. Zending. This screenshot depicts an early version of the ending known as the Zending, which was eventually cut and merged with another part of the game. Okay. Zending model. The Zending went through many okay, fine, but the game is now paused. Begin the game again, resume the game, options, return to menu. Escape menu. For a long time we had an ending that only ended when the player restarted from the escape menu. Unfortunately, very few players realized this was what they were supposed to do, which was frustrating for everyone. Okay. This... Freedom ending. This is the freedom ending as it existed in beta. Countdown desk. One of the desks from an early version of the countdown ending. Fine. But... is there anything more to do? Boss office. Narrator outtakes. Kevin Brighting, the voice of the narrator,
Stanley
recorded dialogue
snow.
for the entire game roughly 3 separate times over the 2 years of
Nothing
development.
there.
These are
Shoot.
clips from
Now
early
look
takes
closer,
that were not
Stanley.
used in the final
See
game.
how it's impossible for the player to do anything in this room. Perfect example of poor level design. Textbook mistake. It's the kind of thing you'd pick up on intuitively if you had even the most fundamental understanding of good and bad game design. But of course, you being you, you'll probably spend the next hour trying to solve it. Here, I'm just going to make this easy on you. Co-workers.
Okay. Underground, an early version of the underground portion of the game.
The big red button.
You already were here. So how about here? Freedom ending. Oh.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
The Stanley
But if
Parable.
you never want to.
Yeah, this will probably turn off my game.
Can you see? Can you see
No,
how
it
much
didn't.
they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to
no.
me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game.
Okay.
This is the story.
Oh, come on. Did anything happen?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the
alright.
correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this
Anything
incredible
here?
room,
No.
Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Oh. Yeah.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley
Oh,
decided to go
okay,
up to
I
his
see.
boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a
Let's go
staircase,
downstairs.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Huh? Yeah, I can see that.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my
One, two, three,
co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined
Wow,
himself
crazy.
soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself?
Yep, it's all just
Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
Okay, bye
He
bye.
felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
Hi,
My
Tom
life
Michelo.
is
Hello,
normal.
Aaron.
I am normal. Everything will be fine.
I'm glad finally the
I
chat got
am
alive.
okay.
Where are we? Oh, still in this loop? Fine.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Yeah, sure, why not?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Okay, something different.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy, this much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Yeah, that's what she did, totally. They just didn't have time to animate this. Yeah. And we're back here again.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself, that's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
If you say so, bro. New content. Hell yeah.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Well, I can't get here, so we're going here. But it's a bit creepy. Oh.
and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Huh. Okay.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Yeah, probably. We'll see. Are we going or not?
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we...
I can lie, I have a friend
Should
that
we
actually
be
donates
moving
to
somewhere?
Fanboy, so,
Oh, there
so
we go.
invite him.
All right, finally, at long last,
Nah,
it's
I
on
mean,
to the new
if you
content.
want to.
I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
May I ask for the reason why he donates to fanboys?
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if them... Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
He's kind of dumb, I don't know, he loves them. Well, fanboys is a phenomenon, am I right?
All right. All right, let's see. It's... the jump circle?
Wow, I can jump, anyway. Boink, 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 boink. And again, and again, and again, and again. Okay, why am I doing this? He... Weird, I know, he actually likes them. Tomboy is clear. Nah. I thought he likes fanboys in a really weird way. That he, I don't know, donates when they moan or something. 2, 1, 0. Got it. Okay. Nothing happened. Should have expected that.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Yeah, jumping.
Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else.
If you're
Let's
gonna
see
get
it.
a jumping
I'm
square,
ready for
I'm gonna
whatever
cry.
it is.
He donates like $3 cause he broke. Well, $3 is all I need, actually. Thank you for enjoying new content.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore."
Yeah,
What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about.
Yeah, fine.
No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
I say yes. Okay, I mean, it's our office, but now it's not. What the hell happened? Oh, a picture, nice.
Psst! Stanley! Come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
What exactly? What do you want to show me, huh?
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
The British Academy of Film and Television Arts awarded to Bruce Straley, Stanley Parable. Yeah. The Last of Us. Oh, Mozilla Firefox, nice.
Huh?
That's how it used to look like. I remember that. Good times. Trip down memory lane. Smile because it happened. Huh. Oh, the Stanley Parable demonstration. I played that game. It's actually not... It doesn't show part of the game. It's a whole different game. Crazy. Go outside. Don't play for 5 years. Unachievable. It is impossible to get this achievement. Fine. Yeah, that's totally what happened. The New York Times, new video game releasing today. Stanley Parable, these tough choices. What do we have here?
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game
hello,
ever
Lyra.
created."
How are you?
Did you
How
hear
far
that,
are you in the
Stanley?
game?
Every game ever created. That's how
edition.
grand and all-encompassing
I got
the
like 10
original
endings.
Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
New elevator content. Memory zone maintenance. Okay. President of the... person of the year. I think that's me. Huh. Smile button.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Okay. Let's go. No, here. No. Where should we go, bro? Carpet textures. Boring. Meeting. Gray, red. Missing coworker scenario. Grass. Trial version. Huh. Okay. Now where?
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I
Oh,
wouldn't
here.
give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh, no. Oh, God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from
Reviews.
Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Oh, not recommended.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even
I
imagine
bet
where
the
I'd have the
person who
room to
wrote it
stick
is
them.
feeling famous right now. Anyways. So many Steam reviews. Not recommended.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Oh, another one.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
Bruh.
A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Oh, escape button. How convenient. Anything here? Anything hiding from me? Not really. Well, escape button.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well,
The door isn't
I want to
here
say maybe
anymore.
30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well,
Anything
there's really
here?
only so
No.
much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has
Okay.
been... Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times, and there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and...
Another button.
Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right?
Click.
Me?
Keep your mouth, buddy.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning.
The guy is gone. Crazy. Skip. Oh wait. Oh, click. Well, it's beeping. Still nothing here, right? No. Why don't we just press the button again?
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley Parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The most immediate desires, every single thing demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being. Have we been given to indulging every fleeting whim for no reason other than to do so? Yes! Yes! It seems that this is now the world we live in. It seems that we are a people living in such bleakness and discomfort with ourselves that our entertainment is now our lives. It has come to represent us. It absolutely must speak to who we are as people, because otherwise, without our entertainment, we have nothing. Without entertainment, we would have to face inward toward the cruel bleakness inside ourselves. We would turn to look at our deeper nature and find a resounding emptiness gazing back.
Fine. Well, nothing here again. Keep.
The end is never the end, 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 is never.
Well. Skip. Oh wow. We haven't been here for a really long time, huh? Yep. Oh. Now the sun is shining. Skip. But now there are plants here. Skip. Now there are no plants here. button. Well, it's getting creepy. Big. Ah. Well, now we can go out. Finally. Oh. That's great, bro. We just keep going forward, I guess. I don't know, man. I think we might have skipped to the end of the time. Okay. And now we're back here.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
New content. Well,
Oh,
if you
good.
insist.
You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Yeah. What is it? An
You
elevator.
see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this Ultra Deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this Ultra Deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Wow. And the end is never the end again.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience,
showcase.
built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Wasn't it the skip button? They're back.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think?
No, Ultra Deluxe is better.
Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement.
Looks
right
like a
there.
YouTube studio.
It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it.
Scrum.
I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Ooh, yeah. This way to the show floor. New features. New content. Random stool. Oh wow.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Hear your name in the game. It's gonna say Stanley.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that one? Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play
Okay.
along. I promise you'll love it.
So I'm
Okay,
Jim.
here
Say
we
my
go.
name.
Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim,
Sure.
falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now?
Yeah, I am
If
Jim.
so, then please step forward and press the button.
Jim.
Wow.
Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you. Do it again. Do it again.
Again, fine.
Jim.
It hits even harder the second time. If this were the only
It
new
does.
feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money.
Yeah.
Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Jim.
Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim. I'm putting the Jim button away. Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
Jim.
Okay, bye-bye. Anyways. Road to the perfect button. Too big, too small, just right.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the
Play the
Stanley
sequel.
Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Please no screenshots. What if I take a screenshot? No, not like this. Boop. Okay, I took a screenshot.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it would go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Infinite Hall, it won't end. Collectibles. Settings World Champion, Infinite Hall, free achievement. Well. Settings World Champion. Well, I guess I'm not going here. How about here? Free, new plus is the achievement. I can't believe it's that simple, it just works. Pull the lever, receive your new achievement, no more steps. It just works.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Pull me please, pull me please, pull me please. Okay. I guess it won't happen now. So yeah, what's next? Huh. Well, there's something here. Okay, we can get back to the top. We still have an infinite hall to see.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
What's this?
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Well, both of them are weird. Okay. Oh. Happy 12th birthday, Stephanie's. Get well someday.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
Oh, come on. Okay, the infinite hole now?
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Distance space-time? Or like infinity? Time depth. Ah. Opening rim. Surrounding area depth infinite. Infinity. Okay. What's that? Nothing. I guess we're going here.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You
Yay.
can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Okay, we can go. Whee!
You see, isn't it wonderful?
Yeah,
One
it
of my
really
more
is.
ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
G.
Great! Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Okay. Anything more? Stanley Parable collectibles. You find them. Can you find them? Can you find them? Collectibles. Collect them all, yay!
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to
Yay.
stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Yay! 1 out of 6. Okay.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
We are here. Okay. What are these numbers, bro? N5QB Z hash B squared 3 and anything more? Merch? The button that says gym. That's gym. Is that all? Huh. What's here?
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable
Okay.
was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
I mean, it's better.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Okay, now we have a bucket.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
I think it's everything. Office decoration, the Stanley Parable Reassurance bucket, the button that says okay. Anything more? Jump circle. Oh, exit. Yay. Exit. Yeah, jump circle. Is that the jump circle? Oh yeah, it is.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's a... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle. Oh well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
Okay, sure. Now we can exit. Probably. Hopefully. With our bucket.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to
Yeah.
move on now?
Yeah, sure. No screenshots.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready?
I'm scared.
Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Okay.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
I can't wait. Oh wow. Stanley Parable. Oh wow. It's crazy, bro. Like in the game.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number
The
427.
balloons are here.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons.
We can skip, I think. So the balloons are here.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, the bucket is here.
Stanley
Nice.
picked up the bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Okay, we can go here. Why not?
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy? It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket.
That's crazy.
I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh, no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I never.
What's
Go
this
on,
game
Stanley.
about?
Lay
I'm
into it.
asking the
Really
same question.
tell
What
the
is this
broom
game
closet
about?
off for its demeaning comments. Expand
I
on the
don't know.
wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the
Okay,
rich
we can go.
emotional
Bye.
landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Ah, what's here? Executive bathroom. The collectible is here.
You found one of them. One of the
Yay.
miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Okay. I've got the feeling money's for stealing. But not yours, of course. Say that's a lovely purse. The mirror is not working. Oh well. What is here anyway? I guess nothing.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the
2, 8,
soothing
4,
presence of the
5.
bucket. Even now, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
The bucket is powerful. Another collectible.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands? Stanley figs? What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Okay, anyways. We can go here again.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Okay.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read
Escape.
Mind Control Facility.
Again. The lights.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Boop.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Okay. Boop.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust
I think
no
this guy
one
has an
except
obsession on this
for
bucket.
the bucket.
I don't know.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content.
Boop, boop.
Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
What's here?
And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Guess I can
For
get
he
here.
and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made
Yeah.
a sassy comment about taking down the system.
Yeah, it surely did. Like. Okay.
When at last they came to the source of the room's power, Stanley and the bucket knew it was their obligation to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
On.
But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds. Silly, silly birds. The control buttons became active again.
Huh. But I don't know this. Flamingos. Figures. Flamingos.
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world.
Yeah, for
The
sure.
mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
Some penguins. Okay, fine. And we're back here again. The sequel is now paused. So thank you guys for watching and or not watching. I don't know. This game is weird and I still can't really tell what's happening. I don't know, maybe I'll make another stream of this one day. But tomorrow I think we're just going to play Deltarune again. Or Inscription. One of these games. Okay, bye guys. Bye Ocelotek.